Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Manila qualifiers, or the Manila C qualifiers to be exact. This is not the Chinese qualifier, this is GeekFam versus Faceless, and we are in the upper bracket round 3, I believe. The winner of this will go to the winner bracket semis. They're pretty far along in the tournament. The winner of this will go even further. Sorry for not having the exact numbers. And
yeah, it's semifinals.
Correct.
And then they'll go to winners finals after this.
And I think the more important thing to discuss is the fact that Faceless has not been playing too well coming into this event. I do believe this is their first match in the event specifically. But they... And I think GeekFam actually took them down in the Summit qualifiers a couple days back. But hopefully this is a new team, rejuvenized, and more importantly, they picked Tree.
Yeah, they picked Tree. So I actually had the pleasure of watching a 7.05 Tree be picked by Alliance yesterday. And initially, whenever it first got picked up, I was just like, okay, so given the changes to Nature's Guise, I'm assuming that this is going to be like a Earth Spirit style roaming around, bashing people out of trees, waiting for your moment from lane to lane kind of hero. The way Alliance played it was that it was EGM on the Treant, basically kind of dual laning with Loda on Troll Warlord in the safe lane against like a offlane Clockwork or something. And basically EGM just rushed an Iron Talon and just was jungling almost exclusively. Didn't even get another point in guys until like level 4 or something.
Okay.
And so I was very surprised to see that, because I thought that the whole reason that this hero is now competitively viable is to be a 4 position, as opposed to like the kind of meh 5 position that he used to be with the old Nature's Guys.
I think the scenario painted, it actually shows off the strength of the hero. He could, in my opinion, do both. Like, just parking, like for example, if you park a Crystal Maiden into safe lane, her zoning capability is nowhere near as strong as the Treants. And Treant being able to go back in the jungle is
10 seconds to go.
pretty important for him, because you want to max your
5 seconds.
your living armor. Is the spell? I'm sorry, I keep.
It's his first introduction to competitive. I mean, let's ignore the fact that he used to be in competitive for many years before that. But you know, let's just clean slate.
Right. So him getting high points in living armor really secures your, like for example, your mid lane. Like Shadow Fiend's gonna have a much easier time surviving. And then if you're up against a team that doesn't push very well, those tier 1 towers gonna take forever to go down. Especially in a meta where I feel like a lot of teams are relying on split pushing to take down those towers. Treant is so good against that.
Yeah, Treant being introduced at the same time as all these armor changes to towers, I think, is no coincidence. And that was another part of the reason why I was surprised in the way that Alliance is playing the Treant, because I don't know, like a lot of the times I would click on EGM and he just had living armor off cooldown, and I was just like, if you're ever playing a Treant, there is really no reason you should ever have living armor off cooldown, unless if you're expecting aggression on one of your teammates, because like you could be healing towers, you could be healing teammates. Very rarely is all of your team at full HP, and if a tower is ever not at full HP, especially given all these armor changes, you need to heal it up immediately, because that's half the advantage of picking the hero, in my opinion.
Yes and no. I mean, I agree with you. Like that is the most efficient way to play the hero, right? But sometimes having 100 less HP on your tower is worth it if you have the safety. Like if your Shadow Fiend doesn't get ganked because you just have it on like ready whenever Shadow Fiend does get ganked, then I think it's important to keep him safe. If that made any sense. Like sometimes like Venge being at 50% health versus 60% health, who the hell cares? But like your Shadow Fiend dying, that matters.
Yeah, and I'm curious if teams will like keep Treant in mind during drafting, that like, oh, maybe we should draft some DOTs that can burn off these living armor instances, because like a lot of very popular mid heroes are usually like heavy hitters on just like independent right clicks, as opposed to, you know, the heavy DOTs. I know you saw Viper earlier today in a previous series, but that's one of the few mid heroes that emphasizes DOTs, aside from like, you know, roaming ogre or something like that. But like TA is all heavy burst, that will get mitigated by living armor. Same thing with Lena, that's been showing some popularity, and Invoker also somewhat to an extent, but maybe not so much with Cold Snap and Forge Spirits and whatnot.
I think the other big mid hero that has a lot of DOT is Ember Spirit. Like, that living armor is... I mean, fire is good against grass, right? Like, it's just gone completely.
True. It's just basic type advantage right there.
But I don't know if you want to pick a fire type into a dark type. Actually, there's no relation whatsoever. But Shadow Fiend...
Yeah, so Shadow Fiend's like a Gengar or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But he lanes very well against the Ember Spirit. So I don't know if GeekFam wants to, like, get that matchup purposely for themselves. But we'll see. They're going to go into a Sanking themselves. And honestly, they got wrecked pretty hard by Sanking by Jesse Vash in the game 1 of the series, the previous series. So we'll see if they have picked up something along the way.
So is this a core Venge, you think?
It's looking like it, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Usually runs core Venge, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense with their team, I guess, the aura strategy between Shadow Fiend and Vengeful Spirit, and then obviously buckets of minus armor between Wave of Terror and Presence of the Dark Lord, so both the heroes, if put into a core role, and they can both come online, like, Faceless has pretty strong push of themselves, let alone the anti-push that a Treant and a Legion Commander provide. They will very easily be able to rush down towers. The only thing is that, you know, in 7.05, is it really worth rushing down towers as a team, or you're better off just getting like a Dragonlance on Shadow Fiend, letting him do his own thing, let VS do her own thing, and let Legion do her own thing in all their separate lanes.
And I think this is another of that mid hero with the DOT that you were mentioning, right? Shrapnel. It's so good to remove the living armor and also keeps them kind of locked down in place. I'm not sure if heroes like Legion and Venge, like the range is so weak that I feel like Sniper can catch them out of place and beat on them, especially when you have heroes like Axe and Sanking standing in the front line for you. I think this is a pretty powerful pick if they get through the laning stage. Alright.
Yeah, it'll be heavily reliant on this Train Protector, because Shadow Fiend has mostly fallen off as a first phase pick for obvious reasons, just because with the trend of dual and triple midding, which actually, I guess Treant could just kind of start out like Ogre style, where you just babysit your mid and punch Sniper in the face repeatedly with like an Orb of Venom.
He's not very good at that because he doesn't have the innate Ignite ability. I mean, technically you get Leech Seed, but his mana pool isn't good at spamming that. I think he's much stronger as a Silencing Zoner. Kind of like the way that you saw EGM played, or the way that you expected to be played. It will surprise me greatly if he starts in the mid. I mean, he can do that, but I don't think that's where the hero's like true strength lies.
Yeah, then the only risk is that Shadow Fiend may start falling behind, because Sniper, as we've seen time and time again, just Shrapnel is incredibly intimidating to have to go up against, and the one mitigation that Shadow Fiend has is living armor, which does not do well against Shrapnel, as you said.
Right. I mean, I think he's gonna have to rely more on, you know, just self-regen the shrine or two. And I guess, you know, living armor doesn't have to be cast when he's getting shrapnel. He could use it as a pseudo-healing post-shrapnel. The thing about Treant's living armor is that the level 1 and the level 2, it's actually not that much as a healing tool. It's very good in terms of damage mitigation, but if you're just looking at it as a straight healing, like it's vastly inferior compared to, let's say, Warlock's heal or Legion's Pressy attack.
Yeah, it's definitely the advantage is that, like, oh, you can use it on structures and stuff like that, but as a raw heal, definitely a little bit weak.
Sorry, I was yelling at my dog.
Oh, okay. By the way,
the stream can't hear me yelling at my dog, but you can.
I see. Is there supposed to be a delay on this stream?
Yes. Is it not delayed?
How much?
5 minutes.
Because I already see the Warlock pick on stream.
Okay, well, it's delayed. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
I've reset it to stream like twice already. Okay, I'm sorry if it's not. I mean, don't believe me. I'm intending to delay it. It might not be delayed. Oh, make sure you have your in-game audio on if you don't.
Yeah, I do. This isn't looking very delayed to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Alright, well. I'm sorry, guys. Don't fire me.
all this covert Treant stuff. Yo, he got an Orb of Venom on Treant.
Yeah. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, a little bit, because... well, so Orb of Venom got nerfed, but it was just, like, marginal at best. What's going to interest me most is how he skills his level 1. If he goes for, like, all 3 of his skills are technically viable at level 1 for a Treant, but seeing as how most Treants will be stuck at level 1 for a little while, it'll definitely determine how he'll play out, like, the next minute and a half or so.
Yep. I also want to know what his plan A and plan B is, because the plan A is generally, like, living, or nature's guys into punching people. But then you can't do that forever. Like, in fact, you need to have an access plan into the jungle and start getting your levels. Because living armor needs to be skilled up. As I said earlier, level 1, level 2 is pretty weak.
Especially because, unlike other 4 positions, Treant isn't really the best at roaming on mid, just because there are so few trees in the mid lane. And so your options for ganking are pretty much your safe lane, or you walk all the way over to your off lane. And so he can protect mid for a little bit with living armor and just his presence, but it's not really easy to get a gank on this sniper, because like, VS is being played by Jabs in apparently off-lane position. I don't know if he'll be joined by Tree. Yeah, okay, so they're going for some kind of aggressive tri-lane option here with Nuts, XY, and Jabs in the top lane.
It's just a dodge, right? It seems like both teams are dodging each other. And I think the overall matchup is going to be somewhat in the favor of Axe. Like, Axe might seem, in theory, good against Tree, but he really isn't. So, especially when XY could get up close to him and start punching. No Nature's Guy skilled up just yet.
Okay, leech seed immediately.
Yep. I mean, he burrow strike over, right? He might just die here. Like, that Orb of Venom,
a lot of damage.
91 base damage, it looks like Roggy's going to walk away because he has boots. If he didn't have boots, that was first blood.
So, should GeekFam be doing this 2-1-2 arrangement? Because, like, what is Sand King going to be contributing to this lane exactly?
Helping Axe not die.
You say that.
Yeah, burrow strike is going to be enough.
Okay, okay. Jabs getting low.
He's fine. He's got the heal. Well, I don't think he was able to. He should have been right-clicking under a full creep wave, but you know, he wanted to exert dominance or something.
Well, you were right. He definitely did help Axe live. So, I guess to an extent that was the play. Now he's TPing straight back to the top lane. So I guess that's just the plan. The Sand King is not going to get very much done in terms of farming, but I guess they're more important to get Velo his Blink Dagger than getting the Sand King that Blink Dagger.
I chalk that up more so to people just unaware of how much Shriek can do damage output wise. Like, I think if you do that versus the Ogre, you're okay. But again, 91 base damage.
Yeah, this is incredibly intimidating to have to go up against, but I'm wondering if this is the best way that Faceless should be like spending their resources right now, because, well, Legion Commander is against a Weaver. It's not the easiest matchup for a Legion Commander, especially seeing as though she's already burned through all of her mana. Ice actually is 0 points in Moment of Courage, 2 points in Overwhelming Odds, but meanwhile, like, Net is just jungling the Radiant jungle and does not have to be concerned about helping to zone the Legion Commander, so it's just a basic 1v1 with Weaver versus Legion.
Do you know if this is Net? I've been calling him as a stand-in.
Yeah, well, I think Lyrical was calling him Net, and so I think it's Net.
Okay.
Based off of that exclusively.
Okay. Well, we can't doubt Lyrical.
True.
Because his name is Gabe.
That's true.
And you don't doubt Gabe.
He has links to Valve, of course.
Yep. So the other thing I want to get your opinion on is the fact that Black is playing mid for the team, which has never been done. Like, I wonder if this is connected to their 0-4.
He had played Invoker for a little bit mid, didn't he?
Well, that's because it's Invoker. Oh my god,
That's
Black.
true.
I mean, like, Jabs has been a long-time hero of mid. Long-time player, excuse me. Like, has anything to do with the 0-4, you think, or?
Maybe, actually. That's
Like,
a good point.
The team's confidence is somewhat shaken.
Yeah, that may be true, because, I mean, I wasn't really keeping track of their individual games. I just saw the scores of the ends of the series, and throughout the SEA region, it seems like everyone has been able to take series off each other. Like, GeekFam, like you said, took a series off Faceless, but then they lost to Happy Feet earlier, and then you know, all these other teams are being able to get series off each other, but Faceless has kind of been like been left behind, and they have not really been able to, you know, squeak a series off of people where everyone was like, oh, these guys are definitely the favorites, whereas like Mineski, oh man, 10-10.
I'm watching a CM with double damage hitting, running away. Oh my god, XY showing him who's got the real DD. Alright.
And now Treant has it level 2, so we'll see what he does next. Living Armor guys.
The fact that
yeah, like Mineski and Fnatic have like all been able to get series off each other, but Faceless just has not, so I can understand why maybe it's like a role swap.
We'll see how it works out here. I think the fact that XY has gotten through at least like 5 minutes of the game without Guys, I don't think Guys is actually that important anymore. I think Guys is very important for the first 2-3 minutes when everyone's HP bar is pretty low, when that stun matters a lot more. Mid lane though, here comes the gank, and we might need to have Living Armor scaled up right about now. It does get scaled up, but the call from the back line here, Velo, is going to pick up the kill. I think the Living Armor and the Leech Seed not going to be enough here. In fact, they're going to go onto the Ice as well. That's going to be one more kill. They see XY as well. XY is going to be dead. He grabs himself a double kill. All of a sudden, 3-4-0 in the mid lane.
Yeah, in between Shrapnel and Frostbite, there is a lot of DOT to burn through. Well, I mean, it's only 1 point in Living Armor, so this is kind of the disadvantage, in my opinion, of keeping a Train Protector in a 4-position role, is that he really needs levels early on for his spells to be effective. Like you said, Guys kind of loses its relevance at just 1 point when it's like 5 minutes into the game, because like, yeah, great, you bash someone for 0.4 seconds, but that doesn't mean as much when everyone has boots and stuff like that and windlaces. It's far more important at 0 minutes then.
Yeah.
And so now Black might be in trouble again as Velo.
I think Shrapnels are running out though of charges, but it doesn't look like they need it as Crystal Maid comes in. The dump's gonna be there. Oh my god.
6.
The movement speed from the dump's gonna be important. The second dump's gonna come through. Velo dumpstering Faceless pretty hard there, and I don't know. I'm looking at Ice and be like, okay, please carry Faceless, but Ice is, I mean, he's doing alright, but I'm not sure whether his farm is gonna be enough.
I mean, it's not an easy match for a Legion Commander. Half the time you take advantage of these 1v1 matchups because you can just get free Moment of Courage procs, but Psionics Weaver, like Weaver's one of the most difficult targets to have to deal with that, especially because Weaver is so minus armor dependent, which also exploits one of Legion Commander's strengths to be like, oh, I can just tank the whole creep wave, no big deal. It may be a little bit interesting that Ice didn't go for a full poor man's, just has the stout shield. He may not have been expecting this lane, he may have just been expecting the axe.
Top lane,
Burrow
Shrek's gonna initiate, nice chain stun coming out, but it's not gonna be enough.
Bash.
Wait, here we go! The right clicks! Tree! Give him the big D! Oh, it's not gonna be enough! And now they're gonna switch target to the Crystal Maiden. 10-10, trying to walk away. Boom! Wait.
Halo's angry though.
Roggy trying to start something.
Yeah, Leech Seed's up though, so he needs to be careful. Assassinate gets the kill on the Vengeful Spirit, and Roggy's waiting for this Burrow Strike mana. He's gonna have it now.
Run! Okay, he's fine. Well, early game 2-7, man. It's not looking good. I think CM or the
decision to give Velo farm has definitely been panning out. Just between like 2 minutes against that aggressive tri-lane, and Velo has still managed to get this much done all over the map, not just in one lane, but roaming on mid twice. It's incredibly effective for an axe, so this is really impressive. Velo has been like
mid lane. Swap into 2 raises here, Faceless. Oh, I really like the way that Jabsless played out, right? Because one of the strength of a carry Venge is you grab the quick levels. A lot of carry players then proceed to farm more, but we just saw the effectiveness of an early swap. People just don't expect it, and you get free kills early on.
Yeah, that's because they're basically rotating the lanes. You know, Ice has migrated top, and Vengeful Spirit's going to join Warlock in this bot lane. But Weaver's probably okay with that, because at this point Weaver's level 7. He's gotten a ton done. Arcane Aura makes life so easy for a Weaver, so yeah, Psionics is not concerned with this swap.
Yep. Now going back to the Treant thing real fast, I think Treant is more of a 2-1-2 hero than a 3-3-1 hero, if you know what I mean. Because if you don't get a bunch of kills in that 3-3-1 setup, or 3-1-1 setup, excuse me. Oh god, what is that Burrow Strike?
Yeah, that was...
Walks off. Yeah, if Trian doesn't get a ton of kills in a tri-lane setup, his level is going to suffer. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. They're going to try to chain stun. Oh.
So level 1 guys.
Yeah. You almost have to have the magic missile flying in the air as the punch comes out.
Exactly. Or, I mean, Warlock was coming in with the Sentry Ward, but it was really XY that needed the Sentry Ward, which would have been good because you can place Sentry Wards from Fog, or from guys, and so Weaver would have been none the wiser, but yeah, it's maybe some growing pains of Treant Protector right now, because this is not, like, this is not a showcase of the hero, not yet.
Alright, Net gonna lead the smoke. There's a Blink Dagger online on Velo. We are pre 10 minutes in. And they're gonna do the long wrap around, Velo.
Yeah, they see Ice farming this creep, so they know just the perimeter.
But they don't want Ice though, they want Black. Black is about to get ganked, and... Okay, Living Armor doing a little bit of work. There's a Burrow Strike. Burrow Strike is gonna be there. Epicenter's gonna get channel as well, and Black's definitely gonna be dead. Dunk's gonna give him the extra movement speed. The duel's gonna come out here. They're gonna try to kill him. The swap's gonna come back in. They win the duel, I believe.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, nicely done.
That was pretty slick. At first I thought that swap was like, oh man, I think my Legion Commander's about to die, but it was actually just to technically keep her safe, yes, but also to bring VS closer to the fight so that she could start dealing damage on the axe. And first duel victory, pre-Blink Dagger, it's pretty nice for a Legion Commander, but it's gonna take more than just Ice to win this game because Black just keeps on dying.
Yeah. I mean, still though, that was a pretty strong play by Faceless because GeekFam had that early blink. They were supposed to get a huge tempo lead, right? By getting the kill, moving on, maybe even getting a tower. But instead, it's a 1-for-1 trade, and you know, Ice getting dual damage on top of that. Will they see Ice here or not?
Yeah, Psionics can't really do much against that. Yeah, I'm curious to see how GeekFam is going to play their pushes, because like we said during the draft, like, you kind of need to 5-man towers against a Treant Protector, because if you just chip him down, he's going to heal him back. And so you can't just do this hit and run kind of thing that the patch encourages, because, like, oh, okay, you only have one hero attacking a tower, it's going to have much lower armor. If it does, that's great, but you need to take the full towers. Now, Blink, aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think he recognized that heroes were there. He had... No, he did. He had ward there. He should have seen there was 2 hero, and he just blinked straight up.
I have no idea what that was for.
Yeah, okay.
At first I was just like, oh, is he going for like the 12-minute bounty rune? But no, that was just extremely aggressive blink, and like nothing to even spin off of, so even if he did catch Black and called him, Weaver would have still needed to go way the hell around to catch up for that, so Velo goes down.
Alright, well, all of these successive kills, I mean, despite Black dying, I think it's okay. Like, Shadow Fiend's one of these heroes I could farm rather quickly. And they're getting a lot of towers. Ice being chased down here by Psionics. Pops a shrine, but... Well, just straight up dies. Back in the tower, Ice. They have Frostbite available. The press attack, ooh, came right at the same time as the Frostbite. But nothing came out of it.
So why is Nuts sponsored by Ice?
I mean, this is Ice's team, right?
That's true. That's true.
There you go.
He's the one feeding them, so I guess that's the best sponsor possible. Yeah, because I was like, wait, Warlock's Ice, and then yeah, he's Velo called.
Lane call, but here comes the rest of Team Overgrowth is going to be available. Black trying to let the Requiem rip. Velo is going to drop, but I think trading 1-for-1 still fine to swap back in. But here comes Psionics on top of that. T's here as well. This should be just everybody dead. Assassinate coming through. XY's gonna survive that. Vengeance just throwing his life away. Do they have more shrapnel is the question.
They don't have any mana on CM either. Oh, the Shikuchi damage.
Got him.
Yeah, right now it's really like they got that overgrowth off, and one of the nerfs for Treant Protector being put into competitive is that it used to be a flat 70 seconds at all levels, and now it's scaling 185-70. That's a pretty... That was probably the most substantial nerf to Treant for its entrance into competitive, is now a dual victory mid lane on the Sand King. One defend bot.
Teehee, oh, that's a big rock coming down. Teehee in a lot of trouble. He is going to go down. Jabs in the middle of that fight here. I'm not sure what he wants to be. Oh, he has all the heal on top of him. He's going to be absolutely fine. And they're going to get 2 in a row. All right. You use that rock, you get the kill, and now you transition into a push.
My thanks.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
still tons of heals, living armor, healing jabs up. Nuts has another shadow word if he needs to. Actually, maxing out fatal bonds. Wow. So that definitely explains how Sniper just got completely demolished. And bot lane tier 1 tower is gonna go Faceless.
I think the two reasons for him to max out Fatal Bonds is, number one, it synergized so well with Overwhelming Odds as a nuke. Like, there's just so much damage between the two spell. And secondly, the tree is providing, like, supplementary heals, so the lack of a max Shadow Word isn't the biggest deal. I mean,
Yeah,
eventually
that's a
he'll
good
max
point.
it.
And man, Faceless are Clarity Fiends. These 3 heroes roaming around onto the mid lane are all ready to go again between these heals and this mana sustain.
Dyer's mid
Oh,
towers
CM
haven't
drops a word. I don't think he saw XY hanging around.
and fortified their structures.
And this is a very cleverly laid trap, right? Like, if you don't come, Faceless is going to take the tower because they have Shadow Fiend. If you do come, you're going to lose heroes.
Oh, XY shows himself.
Oh,
He's gonna
Blink
get
Duel.
dueled.
Yep, and that's going to be an easy kill. Winner here for Ice Ice Ice, but the ports are coming in. That's a two-man call. They're swapping back out here, but the Requiem on the backline. My god, that's so much AoE damage. Ragi's going to let his ultimate pop. Jabs will die, but looks like Ice 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 did get a kill on the way out. On the backline, Velo comes in as well. They want Ice, or Nuts, excuse me, trying to escape, but Black, ooh, it's going to be close. They got him. Okay. Well, that was not the fight that Faceless was looking for. They did get the tier 1 though.
They did, and they did get a dual victory on Legion Commander, but that was a really heavy commitment. They didn't have a good exit strategy, because they blinked in super aggressively to get that duel on Crystal Maiden, but then after that, you had half the team going up to the enemy shrine, and the other half of the team trying to finish off the tier 1 tower, so
Yep.
no real plan to get out of the fight, and that just is the best situation for a sniper whenever half the team is split and you're just able to plink away from a distance.
Yeah, it's also like they fought next to the shrine, and shrine got the TP
Yeah.
in, the activation used, and
Radiant's top
rarely you see a team fighting next to a shrine and winning those
Although
fights.
Shrine got nerfed 7.05.
Ah, come on,
so
I mean.
yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing some not full HP and mana shrines before. I'm like, wow, imagine that.
Invisibility.
Alright, Ice 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 looking for the duel, but Teehee is smarter than that. He'll back up. So the game, I would say, is pretty even. If you look at the net worth graph, it's only 1,000 go apart. Do you feel like if either one of these teams kind of moving at this pace is better off going forward?
The thing is that GeekFam have like pretty slippery heroes. I imagine that Teehee's going to be working. Oh wow, he's actually going to go for his Maelstrom, so he's not too concerned about finishing Pike first. But yeah, so the thing is that GeekFam need to get initiation if they need to win fights, because if Sniper goes down, if Weaver goes down, they have no hope whatsoever of getting the fight that they want. And as Treant gets more and more farm, he becomes a better and better scouting tool. He has a medallion completed now, 2 points in guys, and so as a result, this swap initiation, the Blink dual initiation, and obviously Overgrowth at some point as well, will make life very difficult for these very squishy carries of GeekFam. So I think, you know, the more time that's bought, it works in Faceless's favor.
Yeah. I also want to kind of augment your point by saying that all of these tier 1 towers are at 100% health. Like, you don't get any chip damage against the Treant. And objectively wise, if you look on the other side of the map, GeekFam is down 3 tier 1s already. And Roshan is being poked at by Faceless. I think Faceless is just going to win the map advantage game because they have so much outer tower.
Yeah, it makes a really big difference. It's not anything like the... Well, I guess Legion Commander is kind of that threat. I was going to say compare it to like a Nyx Assassin, where if you lose so many outer towers while the enemy has tons of outer towers, then you were so vulnerable inside of your own jungle and things like that. But yeah, Legion Commander provides a similar threat, and Ice 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 is continuing to get farm. He's going to have his Blink Dagger, I mean his Blade Mail completed now, so he's ready to fight some more, and he can start going on probably...
Sniper?
I
Like,
guess,
that's the
yeah,
ideal target.
Sniper's #1, I would think.
By the way, I just like watched Treant farm on the bottom for like 5 minutes
Yeah, I know.
straight. Like
He
that's
was going ham.
that's that tier 1 tower being alive. Like that's what your supports can do, that the GeekFam supports cannot do at the moment. So we got a little bit of a bait here on Jabs.
The Dire might want to
Jabs is so tanky right now. 1900 HP and 14 armor, and that's without a medallion being put on him, so
Ice
he is
Ice
not
Ice.
an easy target. They see him. but Rocky and Net can't do anything.
Oh, they see. They're gonna try to burst him down here, but the rock has been dropped, canceling the ultimate. Nuts is at full HP, guys. After that heal on the backline, though, that's a good call. The dunk's gonna come out. The duel's gonna be there, though. Can they actually burn down Velo? Yes, they can. 4 heroes surrounds him, and where's the rest of the team? Teehee's not there. Weaver's not there. Sand King's inside a... He needs to blink out right now. Wait, Burrow Strike, that's gonna be into. They swap one back in here. They're gonna try to burst him down. Black, let him rip! My god, that Requiem did so much damage.
Time lapse!
Okay, Psionic goes back in time. The Assassinate's gonna come through. There's gonna be one more kill. Psionic's gonna kill Ice Ice Ice. 2 down. On the backline, Crystal Maiden coming out of nowhere. Looks like CM will pay for her sins. Wait. TP back to the... Oh. Good try. But, teamfight victory for GeekFam there. 2 cores alive.
Yet again.
Yeah.
You dedicate so much initiation power on these supports of GeekFam that if you don't kill these squishy cores, they will be able to run riot. I'm actually very surprised that Sonics was able to get that time lapse off because I thought for sure that he was going to die inside the Requiem, but he got out and proceeded to just do all the damage necessary. Teehee was actually getting zoned out by a Warlock Golem, so wasn't able to do that much, but now that Teehee has Dragonlance completed, he actually went back for a Midas instead of going for the Maelstrom.
Hey,
that's interesting.
You're asking what hero benefits from more gold and less experience?
True.
Sniper.
Very true. And of course, obviously the attack speed as well. So yeah, okay. I can legitimize that. It will be less damage though, because Maelstrom, especially with like some good axe calls or good burrow strikes, can definitely be a very potent team fighting force, but I mean, GeekFam are in control right now, so you can afford to sacrifice a little bit of mid-game power to ensure your late game with the Midas.
I'm not sold on this Midas. I feel like if you go for Maelstrom, it's just like better fight, and I mean it doesn't farm as well as the Midas, but you know it supplements it.
I guess the trade-off is that Weaver's being more mid-game oriented, and so he's going for a more conservative.
He's going for a Lincoln. How's that mid-game oriented?
Well, I suppose just the fact that he has a Dragonlance and he's participating in fights rather than like going for the Lincolns first, and just farming and being safe with your Lincolns. Meanwhile, Sand King goes down to another duel.
Yep. 385 duel victory here by Ice Ice Ice. This guy plays.
He definitely plays a lot of Legion.
Okay, well. Shadow Fiend not as ahead as he wants to be, honestly, but he's trucking along. This, you know, remember he died like 4 times in the beginning, so
yeah. Which I wonder if that has anything to do with him going for such an early BKB, because I don't know, like very rarely as a Shadow Fiend do you want to have to get a BKB as your second item. And I mean, technically, I wouldn't even consider Dragonlance to be like a first main item. If he completed it into the full pike, then maybe, but like your first real tier 1 item being a BKB seems kind of like recovery mode for a Shadow Fiend.
Yep, I agree. I mean, there is a lot that it's blocking. Like Shrapnel Slow is not a thing you want to ignore. I think it's like Epicenter. It looks like Ice 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 looking for a gang. Press the attack. Oh, he just went into Samsar at the right time.
Jabs is waiting patiently.
Rocky. That's 6 cents or luck.
Oh, they want to turn it. Axe is hungry.
Oh, the duel's gonna come out, but it's gonna be enough. Okay, he just fed the duel. Damage to him. Ice 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 eating that CM ultimate. Gets the 1 dunk off. Jabs assassinated up, but did TP out. They see Mr. Shrien, man. Blink is gonna miss.
Unfortunately, Teehee did not have the vision in time to assassinate, cancel that TP, so Vengeful Spirit gets out, and another solid swap. These swaps to prevent Axe from disrupting the duel are working out pretty well. Duel has higher priority than Taunt, so even if Axe taunts a Legion Commander mid-duel, she'll still continue attacking her duel target, but still Axe will, you know, deal damage just between Battle Hunger and right click, so these swaps are working out. And
okay,
now Faceless trying to go for a Roche.
This is absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, GeekFam's pushing a tier 1 after winning a fight. They can't get the tower because of Treant, and now they're gonna lose Roche. Like, this is actually crazy. Black's gonna pop that BKB, the Overgrowth, and the Rock, but who got the Aegis? It's gonna be snatched by Rocky. They committed a BKB for that. Velo's taking a ton of damage, but here comes Psionex and the Sniper on the back line. They will lose this team fight. Black is assassinated up on the back line. The dude's gonna come out here by the Blade Mail that Ice Ice Ice. He will get the Sniper. Can he make it out is the question. So far, 2 for 1 is the engagement with the Aegis being stolen on the other side. Jabs going for a net. Oh, Epicenter being channeled up. Nice epicenter. That is gonna cover the retreat of net. So overall, I'd say that was a pretty big victory. The first one in a while by Faceless.
Yeah, despite them losing the Aegis, they still did not really have to relinquish that much control. Just basically a 10-second BKB from Black, and that's about it. They got the Roche kill as well, so they got the gold. It was just the Aegis that didn't go anywhere. But who needs the Aegis when you can start pushing a tier 2 anyway? And I don't think they were planning on pushing tier 3 regardless. Nuts needs to be careful.
Yeah, Nuts is dead. Again, GeekFam has not gotten a single objective in this game, so even though they're winning fights by a small margin, it's not nearly enough. I think as this game goes on, Faceless is gonna just roll them. Like, look at this net worth graph.
Yeah, but technically you can look at it and be like, oh, well, there's a lot of unclaimed gold on the map for GeekFam. The question is, do they ever get an opportunity to go and claim it?
Them?
Because every single time they 5-man, they are losing other objectives across the map. That was a pretty good dust, but doesn't actually catch XY.
I mean, unclaimed gold is one thing, but it's more of like gold, like 1,000 gold 10 minutes in the game, it's worth much more than 1,000 gold 40 minutes in the game, right? So
yeah. Because, like, Treant has his medallion completed, he's working on a Solar Crest. There are 2 Blink Daggers completed for GeekFam. Sand King and Axe both completed theirs. But they're trying to go for this tower. I don't know if Faceless wants to defend it. There is Overgrowth up.
I mean, here's the thing, right? GeekFam has to push as 5.
Yeah.
They're wasting so much time. They do get the tower, and they might as well just go for the tier 2 in my opinion, because you're all here anyways.
Faceless won't let that one go. And XY is getting all this data, the movements.
Checking on the XY vision. They see heroes coming in and out of vision.
Net has a dust.
Oh, they swap him back on the low ground. The overgrowth cancel. Oh, but Vale just blinks back out. Meanwhile, on the back line, I heard a duel going off, and it's going to be Teehee getting caught out again. They do get off the dunk on the tree, and meanwhile, on the back line, Ragi's going to get picked as well. Ice, though, fighting the team by himself. So far, 2 for 2 is the exchange. But they got the sniper, and I think that's the ultimate victory.
Sniper and another duel victory. Legion Commander trades her life for it. Ice is 108 duel damage right now at 26 minutes in.
Already tripling what Velo got last game.
Yeah, that is exceptional right now. So, if you, I mean, ideally Faceless would have preferred to get the Axe as well, because that turnaround initiation, getting the Treant called and dunked, and then obviously getting the Legion Commander called and dunked, would have been entirely avoided if they could have just canceled that Blink Dagger on Velo, but really quick reflexes recovered his way out, and GeekFam get out with more than they should have.
Yep. I like the item that Teehee is going for is the Lincoln Sphere. Now there is counterplay by Ice. He could easily get like a Heaven's Halberd or any item to proc the Lincolns, but just a little bit more time for Sniper and the rest of the team to react.
Yes, Radiant Jungle.
Okay, well, gonna get caught there and dunked.
That's a freebie.
Killing spree.
Yeah, and VS had bought her 10-second BKB as well, so that was spent in that previous fight. But yeah, it's surprising that he moved up there, because I mean, you saw XY earlier, he knew all the movement from the GeekFam team, and so it's pretty, I would think that it's like pretty obvious that they would put some aggressive vision up to, you know, get any Radiant movement if you're that deep in the jungle. But yeah, Jeps gets caught out, and that means that this tier 2 tower might go down as a result on the bot lane.
Yeah, Glyph already expended, Living Armor gets wear down. The way that Living Armor works is it blocks a certain amount of instance of attacks, so when you have a full creep wave in front of the tower, that Living Armor gets worn away very quickly. You can kind of abuse it by popping the Glyph and Living Armor at the same time.
Right.
Then the Glyph blocks all those hits, Living Armor gets to heal the tower up a little bit, but eventually the tower will still go down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Treant's talents don't really get interesting at any point. Otherwise, most of the time I'm like, oh man, new hero and competitive. Let's talk about his talents. But it's pretty cut and dry. Until core Treant becomes a thing, which, man, I would be so excited if it does, because whenever I did see Troll in that Alliance game, I was like, dude, this is going to be for Radiant, so, well, he's going to get killed here, most likely.
Is he? He has Overgrowth.
He does have Overgrowth.
Oh, you try to pop it on the back line, they want Weaver, the rock's gonna drop as well, but he almost got a Burrow Strike after a Blink. Blink Call on top. Crystal made an ultimate. They do the defensive swap, but Jabs didn't activate his BKB. No, he did, but it doesn't matter anyways. Oh my god, Velo. You know how he's just... You know when an Axe is trying to make sure they get the dunk off and they do that little...
Yeah,
the stutter step? Yeah, it looks so cool, and he did... You know, he got it.
Yeah, I was beginning to say it before, but Velo has been incredibly impressive, like, throughout all the series that I watched him in. He's probably one of the more aggressive offlaners that I've seen, and that's saying a lot, seeing as how it's the Southeast Asia region, but he always comes through, and that Blink Call initiation bought the Sand King enough time to Epicenter, and I don't know if it came off or if VS canceled it with the swap, but regardless, like, it was a swap that she didn't want to have to spend, and a ton of damage coming out. Now, Rodgi blinks out. It's gonna be fun.
Alright, XY healing these towers up, delaying the
He needs to
inevitable.
hurry, because I think GeekFam are gonna rush down. They know that tower's low.
Velo, it's probably Blink on top of that creep wave. There you go. Start hitting that tower.
Oh, the glyph! The glyph was enough!
Yeah, look, it's just healing back up. Oh my god, that tower is going to be back to full HP. Not like this, man.
It's the power of the trades.
This is actually one of
His
the most
downs are-
infuriating things in Dota 2.
Oh man, this is one of the most satisfying things if you're a train protector though, because
Yeah.
you see the team like do some chip damage and you're like, I'll worry about that later, and then like 5 minutes later the enemy team comes back and you're like, what the hell? I could have sworn that I did damage to this tower. It used to be even better. I don't even know if the towers like break anymore. They used to in Source 1, but like the tower would look like all broken and shattered and like have like stuff
Full
falling
HP.
around it, but it's still full HP, and I'm like, suckers.
Oh man. I wonder if there's ever gonna be a defense of the tower strat, you know? You go like
Good.
frost armor, living armor, bloodless,
Oh yeah, I
and you
know.
just go.
Arc Warden, maybe competitively viable, put a magnetic field on that.
You know
bad
you
boy.
know what's one way to buff Magnus? You could empower towers so they could cleave
Oh
creeps.
my god.
Let's go, man. That really will be...
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it
the
could
way to
be
go,
added to
man.
the Aghanim Scepter with the splash damage or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Towers need to cleave, guys. Oh, I don't know if they want to try to do this high ground thing. Like,
They have Desolator on Weaver,
I mean, they have Treant.
so
Dyer's mid-tower.
yeah, that is
I mean,
actually a
Black's
very good point.
hitting your tower much faster. Okay, Velo blinks and pops the claim out. They swap him back out. Lots of damage. The Epicenter's gonna come through. Though Black's dropping a lot of HP. The Duel's gonna fly out. They get the victory. Sand King is
They're
dead.
racing.
What are they doing? They're not gonna win this
I don't
race.
know.
I mean,
No,
they
they're
might
not,
get the tier
especially
3.
Jabs is back.
Oh, Jabs is feeding
Oh,
though.
they do. Wow. Okay, that's kind of actually worth it.
Okay, Jabs is fine. Is it worth it? You're losing Rax. You have lost Rax.
Yes, but
They
do
traded
you
Rax
think
for a
that
tier
they would've-
3.
Do you think that they could have won a 5v5 team fight though? Because like
I think they
I don't know
stand
if
a better
Black has
chance.
Butterfly.
I think they stand a better chance winning the 5v5 fight on their high ground than trying to trade Raxus against a tree.
True, but I don't think they were trying to trade Raxes. I think they just really wanted that tier 3. I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
well, they got the tier
ideally-
3.
Yeah, yeah. Now they want to contest this Roche. Shrine was already taken down top.
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Rocky.
Madman.
Yep. I mean, Axe is dead for 5 more seconds. Like,
Yeah,
they know
can't,
without
they
Axe.
can't do this without Axe, especially because they don't have their top shrine. So
BKB gets
man.
activated. Ice, Ice, Ice did not get the duel off. Oh, CM? Question mark? He just walked into Ice, Ice, Ice. He's like, guys, I got it. I tanked the duel. Now we can win the team fight.
You don't need to use your Lincolns, boys. The spell is down.
CM is the ultimate Lincolns, if you ask me. Have you ever
Yeah,
thought of it
GeekFam
like
are
that?
kind of breaking at the seams here because those
Yeah.
were multiple questionable plays. At the end of the day, I guess it was only a Crystal Maiden going down, and another BKB charge spent for. Actually, that was the first BKB charge spent for Legion Commander. So 10 seconds for initially failed duel that turned into a successful duel, but I guess you'll take that. And Aegis goes the way of Shadow Fiend, who has a full butterfly completed.
I think this game is I mean, you talked about Velo playing well, but I think Ice 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 is perhaps a level on top of that. Like, the fact that they're winning all these team fights, he's always grabbing, like, the Weaver or Sniper at the beginning.
Yeah, that fight in the Radiant jungle was definitely the biggest shift in putting it in Faceless' favor, and killing off the Sniper was integral to that. Now, he did build the Lincolns now, but that's another question, like, did he have to get railroaded into this defensive item because Ice 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 has proven to be such an intimidating thing? Because, like, ideally, you have the Weaver and the Sniper, like, sieging a tower from low ground, and you put the Lincolns on the Sniper, or you just kind of sit back as the Sniper, but two cores having to build their own Lincoln spheres, and support's not building them for them really sucks.
Yeah. I mean, added to the fact that he went Midas before that, so this is what, like 7,000 gold on items that don't actually give you damage? I mean, they give you some, but... This is looking pretty bad here, but... I mean, I'm no stranger casting Sea Dota. 1 Rax means absolutely nothing. So... You know, the game just begun.
Yeah, as the GeekFam team starts 5-manning more and more, like, the fact that Tier 1 is full HP mid for Faceless is commendable, but I don't think it's going to last for long as... Oh man, Velo. So close to danger right
these
now.
are two feats right now. Well,
okay.
Yep. Okay, well.
Where is this man TPing?
Good news and bad news. Good news, they didn't die. Bad news.
Epicenter's on cooldown.
Well, they don't know about it, so it's okay, right?
I guess. I don't think Faceless cares, though. They're just like, yeah, okay, we'll have to tank some damage, and they're like, oh, okay, we don't even have to do that. God, this tower gets chunked by Ice Ice Ice. They don't even have a Desolator.
Plus 180 damage.
Yeah,
what?
That's true. That's true.
He's almost level 25, so he's gonna get more. I imagine he's taking... Actually, would you take Press the Attack? I think I would take Press the Attack.
He needs it. Like, if they were further behind, then I think it would be great, because being
it's
able
good
to
for
take
sieging,
off...
too.
That's true.
It's
Yeah,
actually
that's true. But
really
every single
good for
time,
sieging.
I see the level 25, and in my mind, I'm like, well, by the time Legion hits level 25, are you really getting that more dual victories? But for some reason, it's just so much more popular to get dual damage bonus. I think Press the Attack is pretty good, but it just never happens for some reason.
I think the old talent tree where I think you got, what, cooldown reduction versus Press the Attack dual damage?
Yeah,
that wasn't close.
Yeah.
As a comparison. But I think this new one, like, you have a 5-second cooldown. Press the Attack, Rocky. Oh, run, my friend.
Wow, straight overgrowth, no bash.
70-second cooldown, right?
True. Actually, no, but he only just, it was 85-second cooldown, the 15 seconds looming.
Whatever, it's all good.
Yeah, in the previous game as well, it was 85 minutes with the Treant, and, ideally, as a Treant, you're like, oh, dude, this is the dream. I get to put Eyes of the Forest or whatever all over the place, but he didn't get it. He played a team player, he built, like, pipe and stuff, and it looks like XY is following suit. As his Solar Quest completed, and he's working on a Yule Scepter, most likely for Axe Initiation, and Lincoln's popping, so... XY's a team player, but man, I can't wait to see Aghanim Scepter on Treant now that he's in competitive.
Maybe Alchemist one day.
Ah, that's true, which has completely fallen off. I have not seen any Alchemist since 7.05.
Black, showing who's boss right now.
And Jab's cliffing himself.
He's fine. Wait, on the back line, Ice 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 getting caught. They have the assassinate on him. Okay, Blade BKB's used, but doesn't matter, and looks like Ice 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 getting caught out. They dropped a rock for that as well. That's gonna be wasted. I don't think Faceless could fight into this Epicenter.
Aegis is reclaimed.
Okay, Epicenter just stunned
nice.
that ground. They call one on the back line, but oh, that Shadow Fiend is hitting for so hard, bro. Shrek's gonna be on to 2. Sniper on the back line. Perfect position. Just right-clicking away. Assassinate's gonna get 1 TEs. Will reposition himself in the fight. Ooh, Weaver trying to get the time-lapse off. It's not gonna be enough here. They're gonna focus down on the Shadow Fiend as well. Velo dropping extremely low, but he's gonna be fine. Jabs trying to right-click, but he is gonna get chainstunned by 3 or 4. Yeah, Rocky comes back in, and Sniper, with the help of his team, wins a big team fight. 4 for 1. All they lost is the Weaver. They will lose some tower damage on the mid lane, but going back to that, they will be extremely happy. Okay, Ice Ice is getting caught out. That's a mistake that players will make, but the team deciding to fight after that is, in my opinion, inexcusable.
Well, how do you not take that fight, though? Because, like,
Because
you're in a very awkward position. Do you just keep moving north, or what? Because, like, they were near the Dire Seeker shop. What do you,
So you're saying
where
they
do
didn't
you
have a
go?
retreat path? They just had to fight?
Yeah, because, like, you see the Legion Commander, you don't really know that she's gonna go down that fast either, so you start migrating downwards.
Well, it's
Jabs
more
have
of,
clipped
like-
himself.
Like, Ice died, and then the rock hit, like, 2 heroes, right? And did nothing. Like, you gotta keep in mind that the Epicenter whiffed in that team fight. And
Yeah.
they still won that team fight, so, I don't know.
And now, Epicenter will still be... Oh no, it'll be up now in 8 seconds. And this is the 5-man that was necessary. Rexes do not get bonus armor unlike towers, so you can definitely 5-man this.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banked.
The Glyph, though.
Unfortunately, Weaver is dead, and Weaver has their Desolator and Glyph as well. But the fact that they were able to force out the Glyph is good enough, I imagine, for GeekFam.
Okay, well.
I'll take your tribute.
I think that fight helped Teehee the most in terms of like gaining gold. Suddenly got a finished Mjolnir, 2,000 gold in the bank. He still needs. What do you think his next item will be? Like MKB, Butterfly? What are we looking at?
Probably MKB. Because Black, like, he got killed really quickly in that previous fight just because he was attacking a Blade Mail Axe, and so he went out fairly easily in that fight because of that, but you need your right clickers to be able to damage the Shadow Fiend moving forward, because now Shadow Fiend has a Satanic,
Yep.
and so you really, he's priority number 1, and Weaver has an MKB of his own, so that helps somewhat, but Sniper seems to be the majority of the damage now at this point in the game.
Ice looking for a pick. Again, if he could find a sniper, he could find the Weaver.
He doesn't have a Lincoln's Popper, though. So that's the
Ooh,
problem.
Ice walks up, pops a Shiva, just blinks to the backline, finds a Crystal Maiden. The Lincolns for the team on the backline, though. It's going to be Sniper getting absolutely wrecked. Shadow Fiend letting that ultimate go. Jazz popping the BKB, right-clicking Psyonix. Not going to win that right-click versus the Venge on the backline. Nuts is going to get focused. That's a 2-man call, but I don't think they're going to win that team fight. There was a buyback already being used. Psyonix can't stay there. The Burrow Strike will hit onto 2 pretty decent. Okay, Ice half HP. Crystal Maiden walks in. Crystal Maiden says no! Lincoln's not like this. Okay, Psyonix keep moving forward for Ice. Shiva Scar, the Burrow Strike's gonna be pretty good, but not enough damage. One more hit, get Ice. Oh my god, he finally does die. The gem does hit the deck on the other side. The fight is still going on, though. Velo dropping extremely low. He does have a Lincoln's. Maybe he can play with Japs a little bit. The Weaver's a mile away. He blinks forward. He pops a play mail, and he's gonna get the kill. Dunk Velo. Alright. 4 for 3 with the buyback, so I guess 4 for 4. Pretty even fight there. And Crystal Maiden buyback doesn't mean too much of anything. But it's just more of like the objectives, right? Like GeekFam are doing okay in these fights, but they're not getting anything in them.
Yeah, I guess the trade-off is that BKBs are whittling down for Faceless
True.
as time progresses. So, like, VS's is 5, Shadow Fiends is 7, actually. Wow. I did not think that Shadow Fiends would be up. Oh, wow, the Courier died for Radiant at some point as well. But,
Okay.
yeah, Shadow Fiends is going down to 7, so as these BKBs go down, that improves GeekFam's capabilities quite a bit, because so far, I'm imagining that this Crystal Maiden keeps going into these fights because she's like, oh, now's my chance. All the stuns are down, I'm gonna put a huge freezing field down. And then Ice is like, dude, I have 216 damage right now. I don't need a spell to kill you. Please go away. And
At
so
216 without the Venge Aura and the Shadow Fiend minus
Exactly.
armor is like...
Yeah. So he's very, very intimidating, and Crystal Maiden has nothing. So the fact that she had to buy back means that she's not going to get a Ghost Scepter. She's not going to get this Yule Scepter that she's been working on. So it's a little bit valuable in that respect. But the fact that the cores keep surviving in these fights, and you know, Sniper died instantly
Yep.
in that fight,
And they still won the team fight.
and they still want it. So GeekFam, even though they're not getting objectives done, their time will come if they win another fight without losing the Sniper.
So do you feel like GeekFam is outscaling Faceless? Because I kind of feel that, like, especially in that team fight, like, it was really without the sniper. And they still won that fight.
Yeah, for some reason the Shadow Fiend just is not being as effective as I was hoping. Because, like, you'd think a Butterfly Satanic BKB Shadow Fiend is, like, raid boss status, especially with, like, VS, Vengeance Aura, and the Wave of Terror to buff up the armor damage.
I think it's the Blade Mail. Like, the Velo Blade Mail axe is just so threatening.
Yeah.
He has to watch his positioning so much in these team fights. Oh god, Sankin, not like this. He gets forced after the low ground. Sandstorm is going to get used here. The Jewel's going to fly out here. He's trying to right-click for his friend.
Gem is dropped.
Alright. Rocky, okay, blink call. They only get jabs here. The fight's gonna go the Rock on the back line, canceling the two heroes on the back. Black dropping that Requiem. Velo's in the Black doing so much damage, but Velo tanking extremely as well. But that was not the fight they were looking for. That hill was a decimation of GeekFam right there.
Yeah, and now Roche is up. It's gonna get taken extremely quickly. He has the cheese on this Roche as well, and there's nothing GeekFam can do to contest this. And now, how strong is their 5-man defense without Axe having a buyback?
Was that an buyback?
I think he just didn't have the money for it. He bought a Shiva's Guard and finished it off.
Oh, we'll see. 60-second. I think without Axe, they actually cannot defend. Like,
Yeah, they can't. Faceless should just go for tier 4s. They haven't confirmed that Axe doesn't have a buyback, but you're gonna find out very quickly. Once they go for this last tier 3 up top and they don't see an Axe buyback, I think they'll start moving for tier 4s.
well, we're gonna see some shrapnel start to fly out, I imagine. Rocky gets his blink canceled by the way of a terror. That tower going down super fast. GeekFam doesn't have a tree of their own. Okay, Baroche, right? Pretty good. And that's where that 5-second cooldown to press the attack is going to do so much here. Like, Shadow Fiend just sits in the front. The first press the attack hasn't even ended yet. The second one is already online.
Backdoor protection kicked in.
Okay, Royal Strike's going to hit on Venge. They don't care. Look at this Shadow Fiend just hitting Raxus.
I don't know. It still could have been worse, though. Faceless were in endgame territory, and only taking one more Rax is, despite having an Aegis and a cheese, is like pretty good for GeekFam without their primary initiator.
I mean, here's the thing. They still have Aegis and cheese, so...
Yeah, but then are they going to start pushing out bot? Because they need to start making use of that Aegis and cheese, because as we were seeing in all these fights, if GeekFam gets their initiation, they win the team fight handily. But if Faceless get their initiation, then it's really dependent on making sure that you get either the Weaver or the Sniper, otherwise GeekFam will still turn it around.
Yeah.
I'll take your tribute.
I don't know. I just feel like there's 3 problems going on right now, okay? Number 1, you're down 2 Raxus as GeekFam. Number 2, your Sniper does no damage. Like, he can't actually out-damage Living Armor as well as press the attack. And number 3, you're so reliant on your Axe that if Faceless just eye out where Velo is and just play around him, your chances of comeback is so low. So I just think that there's just too much stacked against GeekFam at the moment.
Yeah, Velo is pretty much the team right now, because if you don't have that meat shield up front, then Faceless have nothing better to do than to go after your cores. And even though Velo is like, it definitely is the Blade Mail that's like shutting down the Shadow Fiend heavily, but yeah, once that times out, then Shadow Fiend just goes to town and Satanic just heals all that Blade Mail damage up.
Right. They really just have to kill him through Berserker's Call, and it's so easy for Jabs to swap him out as well. And he has been doing that. Alright.
Oh, and now XY has the Yules completed as well, so that Axe initiation is not going to be nearly as powerful because Velo does not have a BKB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, press the attack. Here we go. Press the attack. Shadow Word, Living Armor. Are you seeing it? His HP will not drop. Okay, the Blade Mail, they call him back in, but, you know, whatever. They Burrow Strike him. It's down to about half HP. Defensive Shotgun. He's dropping pretty low.
Oh, the assassinate!
But he's going to get back to full HP pretty much instantly.
Yeah, he still has that
This
Aegis.
is a really cool draft.
Satanic.
This is a really cool
Yeah,
draft.
this is very, very effective. And now that Shadow Fiend has that level 25 talent of the bonus attack range, like, he got called, and Axe tried to drag him back, but, like, Shadow Fiend was like, oh, you're still in my auto attack range. I don't need to move. I'll just keep attacking you from here.
Yeah, remember when I suggested to build your tower strat? Hold that thought here. Black gets 4-staff in. Okay, pretty good stuff. They got the Aegis, and they got it without actually expending anything. Gonna get them a second time. Okay, Black, press the attack. He's out. Do they want to chase this? Is the question. Jabs coming in from the left side. He's fine.
Yeah, they're fine with that. Take down the Roche. Cheese was still on Legion Command? No, on Vengeful. Vengeful's still sitting on the Cheese, which is probably fine.
I think you give the cheese to Shadow Fiend, right? Or do you think if he's gonna die, he's gonna get changed then?
Yeah, if he dies, like, you saw how quickly he died
Right.
pre-Aegis. That was just, like, wiped out. The defensive E-Blade was, like, the projectile was moving, and he was already gone.
I think Faceless hasn't gone deep enough yet. They need to go for a full condom strat. Like, where's the Glimmer? Where's the Solar Crest? Where's the
Lotus
Lincolns?
Orb.
Yeah, just like put everything. Protection first. Oh, XY
pops the smoke.
Oh my god, what a positioning got by XY.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
Yeah, they immediately need to evacuate back to the defense. Vengeful Spirit illusions are chunking this tower, and unfortunately GeekFam do not have a Treant on their team, so chip damage is very valuable against tier 3 damage.
I'm watching XY walking in this.
Dude, he's like stomping
He
around.
walks so fast!
Yo, it's that Tranquil Boots Windlace new combination. 550 move speed when you're chilling in Nature's Guys. No big deal.
Alright.
Thump, 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 thump.
I think 15% cooldown reduction on Treant is so broken. Especially
Yeah, it's so broken, especially if you get eyes in the forest.
exactly, like you just like start spamming the.
I know.
Well,
And then you
especially
get
when
the
you go
Octarine
Axe,
4 on top
yeah,
of that.
Axe Octarine. That's the dream right there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking forward to so much. But all these Treants are being team players instead of selfish pricks, and you know it just makes me so angry sometimes.
Yeah, I mean they're winning the game. That's. Oh, Velo.
Wow, that's an aggressive blink.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna get duel right now. Yep. No duel.
I mean, he has a Lincoln's. They need to pop it.
Japs. Questota says, hey, stream delay should be 5 minutes. Thank you. I will fix it, maybe. I tried like 3 times. Okay, they got one. They got the axe, but here comes the Shadow Fiend. Oh, that's like a quarter of his HP instantly, and now they're going to try to right-click him down to Blade Mail, doing a lot of work, but Satanic counteracting that Velo, trying to run to get the Berserker call off. He needs to juke, he needs to run, he needs to blink. Burrow Strike's going to be pretty good. Where's the Dunku? Okay, they get the dunk. He's going to be dead, though. On the backline, Black trying to get some HP back. Where's the heal? It's not going to be enough. And the time-lapse, he's out. Ice. Okay. Ice trying to run. Oh my god, that Weaver's running so fast. They find him.
Zooming.
Ice is dropping low, but the right click so much damage. He's getting healed back. Crystal Maiden is dying to illusions, but not before he takes out Ice. 10 is gonna be fine. And on the back line, Baroque Strike's gonna find himself the Vengeful Spirit. I don't think he could do this.
Oh god.
Yo, dude,
She has cheese.
okay, but they have Lincoln Sphere. He's gonna be fine. Lincoln's gonna block
god.
it. Look at how fast that ant is moving. Okay, he's dead. Woo! GeekFam wins. I don't even know how they won that fight. What happened?
They won it, and Sniper was busy defending tier 4s like a good boy, so they didn't even have him
Are
participating.
you
for a lot
telling
of
me
that
that was a
damage.
4v5?
Pretty much. For a 4v5 with Axe being initiated on to start the fight, pretty much.
Alright. Seems good.
Pause.
Alright guys.
So let's
You heard the admin.
diagnose
I need to shut down the stream and turn on the stream after this game because apparently I need a 5-minute delay. Sorry. So I will do that after the stream ends, or after this game ends.
Now?
Yes, no, I'll shut down the stream now, guys. Alright, anyways, what's happening?
Sonic's mic was broken, but we're back now.
Okay.
Alright, carry on.
I mean, there's no way that Faceless could lose this game, right? Look at the number of Raxus that are up against.
Look at this net worth graph. It's a heartbeat.
Okay. Alright.
Well, if Rodgi dies, that would be a good start. But he doesn't really have anything to be concerned about with a Warlock and a Treant.
Wow, they
Sonic
actually want to get
zooms
Raxus here.
in. It's Overgrowth. Pops Lincolns.
Oh, the tree man, not like this. XY defensive shotgun. Nuts has a defensive shotgun. That's not something you see. Sniper has not joined the fight yet. In fact, he has no way to join the fight because he has no BOT.
That's okay.
This is a straight up
Got the Deso.
3-man push. The axe is not even there.
Well, technically, you only needed the axe for the cores. If it's just, you know, Warlock, Treant, whatever. What's the worst that they can do?
Okay, well.
And, like, even if Sniper was there, the fact that Treant is alive means that you're not going to be able to get anything beside another ranged Rex. And so, ranged Rex survives, no big deal. And most surprisingly, Weaver and everyone else on GeekFam is going to have buyback, so They not only won that fight, but only had to spend a Crystal Maiden buyback to win it.
Is Crystal May gonna have items? She's gonna have a Force Staff! Praise
Really?
the
That's
Lord.
The option? Huh. I would have thought she would have gone for Ghost Scepter for sure. She keeps getting destroyed by these VS illusions, like this dual.
Oh no, Ice is gonna get caught! Wait, no, they missed the Burrow Strike, but looks like Velo is gonna find a blink. Is it gonna be enough damage? The question, I don't think it is. Ice dropping very low. They swap him back in. Psionics on the back line, gotta be extremely careful. He time-lapse and Rodgy, here comes the epicenter, I'm sure. It's gonna hit everything. No, it hits absolutely nothing. Jabs gonna pop that BKB on the back line, just gonna run away.
So split.
Zoom. Psionics on the back line. Where's the snipers? Wait, I heard a Yule's going off.
He's assassinating.
Oh, that Burrow Strike was good though. XY gonna get defensive shotgun on Nuts. Nuts gonna take so much damage. He gets called in. The dunk is actually gonna miss, but they get the kill regardless. The dunk is on cooldown. That's pretty big. Jabs. Oh, he's in there. He's next to the shrines, and the Burrow Strike will hit again here. They want Black. Black pops the Satanic, gaining a lot of HP back, but will it be enough? I don't think it will be enough. Black is gonna be dead. They will lose a lot of buyback. Ice will buy back as well. Black has a buyback as well. Oh, that Force Staff was not the direction he wanted to be going. Net is gonna be dead. Everybody will retreat. GeekFam forced out triple buyback?
Triple buyback. It was the VS, the Legion
Wait,
Commander, and
4
Shadowfiend.
buyback.
Oh yeah, 4.
Tree and buyback.
Treant as well.
Oh my god.
Ooh. And you know who does have buyback? Well, Axe did until he just bought something. What did he buy?
BOTs.
Oh, BOTs.
Okay.
Well, he needs to not die because all 3 cores of GeekFam have buyback once Velo gets 400 more gold, and that's very important because no one on Faceless important has a buyback. So
Range Rex bottom, somebody.
no, that's all good. You heal it. You just let it get low and then living armor. Everyone says you can't heal that damage. Don't worry, Treant's in the game.
You
Go
gotta
for
be
Roche.
careful. Rocky's here, man. You don't. This guy is the true 50-50. Sometimes he epicenters the ground. Sometimes 3-man Burrow Strikes. Who knows? All right, nothing happens.
Okay. Aegis goes to black. Cheese again goes to Vengeful Spirit.
There's a gem on the ground just chilling.
There have been multiple gems on the ground just chilling. I'm sure if I panned across the entire map, I would find the ground littered with gems.
All right. Sniper has been playing PvE for the last 20 minutes. He's like, guys, I need to defend the base.
In that last fight, though, during the high ground siege, he was just plinking away underneath across the wall, and no one could close the gap on him because the Vengeful Spirit had already spent swap to get out of an axe call or something, and there was no one who could close the gap on Sniper. So even though he was missing like a quarter of his shots, he was still doing a ton of damage with all this Mjolnir spread lightning. So what's the plan for Faceless? Got a Bloodthorn completed on Shadowfiend. That's cool.
I mean, if they get a pick, right? That's always the plan. Ice finds the pick.
I feel like I haven't seen Ice get a pick ever since that one time that he died in the Radiant Jungle, and then he kind of got like traumatized by that, and he was just like, I'm not going by myself anymore, guys.
Well, they definitely don't look for a pick right now because they don't have buyback, right?
Yeah.
Probably just wait for buyback.
They
first.
have Aegis and Cheese though.
I mean,
are they gonna race?
well, I mean, GeekFam obliged to race the mid racks.
They shouldn't race. This GeekFam should not race.
They're not
this.
porting back right now. There's Shadow Fiend in front of your base, guys.
Rodgy has BOTs. Psionics has BOTs.
You got a BOT now, guys.
Unless
Are they?
go for
Oh,
a
they're doing the
flank.
big wraparound. Okay, Velo.
Faceless has no vision of this. They just see Teehee pushing out top, and that's all they see.
I mean,
Now
this
they
should be
see
big alarm
Rodgy.
bells, right? Blink call coming through. The Blade Mail doing a lot of work. Okay, defensive shotgun. The swap's gonna be there as well. Now the axe is in there on the back line. It's Crystal
Takes no
Maiden. The
damage.
rock's gonna get dropped here, but who's actually doing the damage? Just nobody doing the damage. Weaver got dual viewers dead. Ice dropping not dropping very low. Black is in there. Dunk. Oh, he's dunked. Okay, the buybacks are coming through. And now Shadow Fiend is stranded by himself. Shadow Fiend has no buyback.
No one has buyback. Legion Commander is the last woman standing for the Faceless defense. I don't think she can do this by herself.
Use Shirax as a bait and then do the biggest wraparound ever. Wrapping around from the mid-tier 2 all the way to the freaking base. Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go, GeekFam.
Do they go? I think they should. They should.
Is 90
This is
seconds
tricky.
enough to get megas?
No, I think they have to go for tier 4s. They need to take this. They need to keep that.
I mean, look at how fast they're doing it. Dude, are you saying it's not enough?
Mid tower's getting the water.
Tier
Cynix.
4s. Let's go.
No.
There.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
is this the
boy.
play? Okay.
This is the play.
All right, no, you're
60
right.
seconds.
Yeah, that's enough.
You got
That's enough.
nothing.
All right, ice in there, doing quite a bit of damage. Nobody cares though, and now they're gonna focus the second set of racks. Baroque strike, pretty good. Nuts trying to slow everyone down. Okay, the blade now grabbing them some time, and oh my God, ice HP is dropping so fast, and now the throne half HP, a quarter HP, the throne. Okay, the glyph. Buying some time, but Black is just thinking about life right now. 50 seconds to respawn time. They call it GG. GeekFam. Nobody has ever doubted them in this game as they do the ultimate comeback. Wow.
Wow. If you're a Faceless fan, then you are definitely like hand to forehead right now, because really they had 3 cores that were doing exceptionally well, but they just couldn't close the game to save their life. This axe was just monstrous. I wish there was like a way to see how much damage he like actually.
You can. I'm looking at the damage he
dealt
dealt.
the most damage. I meant how much damage he took.
Oh,
actually.
okay. He dealt
But,
50k damage as an axe.
52,000.
That blame mail.
52,000.
That blame mail doing so much more. Alright guys, that's game 1 of the Manila Masters winner bracket round semifinals, you said it was?
That's correct. Winners semifinals.
Game 1 in the books, and Faceless, oh my God, they perhaps traumatized, perhaps this will light a fire under the butt. Whatever they need to do is they need to win this next 2 games to actually shut down GeekFam. And GeekFam, well, I mean, damn, they're playing good. I need to shut down the stream, guys. I will restart it with a 5-minute delay, or at least I will try to. And we'll be back after at least a 5 to 10 minute break. Hope you guys enjoy the cast, and we'll see you in a bit.